Hello students, welcome to the Fun Known. Today we are going to study percentage. Students, there will be a question in your mind. What is the percentage? So let us understand what is percentage. But first, its definition. Definition of percentage. A percentage is a relative value indicating hundredth part of any quantity. So if you have x, y, z, any quantity, if you are going to make 100 part of that, so all 100 parts together, if you're including, then it will be 100%. If you're taking one part of that 100, then it will be 1%. Okay, 1% is a hundredth part, thus we can also call it as percent represents the entirety. That means if the whole value you have, if you are dividing that value into 100 part, one part will be 1% and whole 100 part will be 100%, and 200% specify twice the given quantity of percentage. Percentage itself is denoted by a sign. You can see the signature over here. This is a percentage sign. Percent value 20%. If you have to find out the 20%, then what you will do is you will be just writing 20 divided by 100, that is 1 by 5. That is 20% means 1 by 5th part of the original value, which will be giving you 20% of that value. We'll understand the percentage more with example, students, so that will help you out to clear the concept. When we have taken this example, we have taken two salesperson, one is Karen and one is Hannah's, and sale record of last month. They are the two salespersons have sale records of last month. We are trying to find it out how much percentage both have completed of their target. Let us understand. So yes, Karen has sold 310 perfume bottles out of 330, and Hannah has sold 220 perfume bottles of 330. So, what is the percentage? Students, to calculate the percentage, it is very easy. What you are going to do is the actual value, what they have sold. Like Karen has sold 310 bottles out of 330. So, what you are going to do here is 310 divided by 330 multiplied by 100. So the answer you will get is 93.93%. So Karen has sold 93.93% of total sale in last month. Let us calculate how much Hannah has sold last month. Hannah has already sold 220 perfume bottles, out of which 330. So now we have to calculate how much is the percentage of Hannah. The percentage of Hannah is 66.66%. How we are going to find out that, students? 220 divided by 330 into 100 will be getting the answer 66.66%. Now students, let us understand the fractions, changing the fraction to the percentage. So if there is a fraction given to you and you have to convert that fraction to the percentage, so there are some things or some rules and regulations you have to follow while converting from fraction to percentage. First, find out the possible standard fraction. After that, multiply it with 100 and put the sign of percentage. Let us see with an example, students. Step number 1 is to find out the standard fraction, the possible standard fraction, and then multiply that fraction with 100. Let us see with an example. Okay, here the question is convert 4 by 16 in percent. So this is a fraction given to us. Now we will make sure this fraction is a standard fraction. Is this fraction a standard fraction, students? No, we can divide it further. Standard fraction is something where we cannot divide it further. but 4 and 16 we can divide it further. So after dividing 4 and 16 we can get 1 by 4. So now this is a standard form of a fraction because we cannot divide it further. This is a standard form of fraction, 1 by 4. And now, as our first step number 1 was finding the possible standard fraction, which we have already found, 1 by 4. Now we have to just, second point says, multiply it by 100 and put percentage sign. So 1 by 4 into 100, you will be getting the answer as 25%. So 25% will be the answer. So this is how you are going to convert or change a fraction to its percentage. The first point you will remember, you will make sure that whatever fraction you are taking, that should be a standard form fraction, student. Standard form as in that fraction should not be able to divide further. So 4 and 16 was able to divide further, so we converted into 1 by 4. And then further what we did, our second step, now multiply the fraction with 100 and put the percentage sign. We have done that. Now students, let us understand changing fraction to percentage, the continuity of that. Conversion, how you are going to convert that. Multiply it by 100 of the given decimal value and do not forget to put a percentage sign. That means students, your fraction or some decimal value will be already given to you. A decimal value will be given and you have to convert that decimal value to the percentage. As you can see in the example, students, the decimal value here in the example is given as 0.246%. So when 0.246% is given, as the rule suggests, while converting a decimal value, you have to multiply it by 100. So 24.6 will be the answer after getting multiplied. So you will be just multiplying with 100. As you can see, 100 means it contains 2 zeros, so the value will be, other point will be coming after, because here there is 2 zeros, the point will be coming after 2 values, that is 24.6. okay. Next students, expressing a number as a percentage of another number. There are some rules which you have to keep in mind when you have to express a number as percentage of another number. First rule, write the number over second number as a fraction. Then multiply it by 100 and do not forget to write percentage sign. As a student, you have to keep in mind, if you have to convert some value to the percentage, the last value whatever you will be getting, that value will be containing the percentage sign. Example, here is an expression. Expression says 4 as a percentage of 15. So here the question itself says there is a number and you have to convert that number as percentage of another number. So 4 as a percentage of 15. So the first line or first rule itself says what we have to do, write the number over second number, that is 4 divided by 15. Then second rule says multiply it by 100, which we have already done. So 4 divided by 15 into 100. So if you will be cancelling these values, what answer you will be getting? 4, see 15 it was there, so you can just further divide this value. You can see over here 15, that is 3 and 20. So 15 threes are, basically you can take 5 threes are and 5 20s are 100. That's why here in denominator there will be 3 and numerator there will be 4 into 20. 4 into 20, the answer is 80, and 3 into 1, the answer is 3. So this is a fraction which we are going to get, that is 80 divided by 3. If you are again further divided the fraction, if you are going to further divide the fraction, or you just have to convert that fraction to the mixed fraction. So you can convert it like this, students. As you can see, 26 2 by 3. How you will get the answer, how you will check the answer is right? 3 into 26. If you will be doing 3 into 26, you will be getting answer 78. 78 plus 2, you will be getting answer 80. That means 80 by 3. So this is just a fraction is converted to the mixed form. Now students, next slide we are going to see changing the percentage to fraction. Means students, here we'll be giving a percentage and we have to convert a percentage to its fraction. Check the rules. While converting a percentage to fraction, write the percentage over 100 and remove the percentage. Cancel as far as possible. Let us see with an example. 68 is a percentage and you have to convert 68 to the fraction. Then what you will be doing? You will be just writing the percentage over 100. That means you will divide percentage, that is 68% divided by 100. Then you will be cancel as far as possible. That means you will be just divide the values or cancel down the values as far as possible. As you can see, the further cancellation we have done, 17 and 25 is the answer after further cancellation. So as we know, 17 and 25 we cannot cancel it further. That's why our answer is 17 by 25. This is how we can cancel, or this is how we can convert a percentage to a fraction. Now our next topic is changing fraction percentage to fraction. That means, students, you have to change a fraction percentage to fraction. While doing this, there are some rules which you have to follow again. So while converting from fraction percentage to fraction, write the percentage over 100 and remove the percentage sign. Means whatever the fraction percentage is, you have to write above 100 and then you have to remove the percentage sign. Second, you have to multiply top and bottom with the denominator of fraction. So students, if you will see the fraction, whatever the denominator is, you will be multiplying the denominator at top and the bottom and cancel as far as you can. We'll be saying this with an example. I can understand, only understanding the rule will be something okay, it's just rules, but then with example you will be getting a clarity how it actually works. So let us say with an example, students. Here it is a fraction percentage, 27 1 by 2%. This is a fraction percentage, and this you have to convert fraction percentage to fraction. So what you will do, the first rule, 27 1 by 2, so you will just putting the fraction percentage as it is and divide that fraction percentage by 100. So 27 1 by 2 divided by 100. So what will be the answer? Yeah, you have to just write as it is, 27 divided by 1 by 2. And then our next point is something is you have to multiply that value, the denominator, with top and bottom. So top and bottom you have to multiply. So you can see over here we are just writing the fraction, then we are just dividing the fraction by 100 as our rule number 1. Then rule number 2 says whatever the fraction denominator is, you have to multiply top and the bottom. We have done that also. So our rule number 1 and rule number 2 is done over here. Now we have to just make sure, see this top and bottom, even though you will multiply, both are the same values, so 2 and 2 will be getting cancelled over here. Here you are getting 55. How we are going to get 55, students? We have just converted this mixed fraction to a normal one. That means 27 into 2, if you will be doing 27 into 2, students, you will be getting answer 54, and plus 1 it is 55. That's why the answer is 55 upon 100, right? And now further cancellation as far as you can, so the answer will be 11 by 40. So this is how we are converting, or we are changing the fraction percentage to a fraction. Students, remember there are some set of rules. Whenever you have been given a question, you have to memorize this set of rules. With that rules only you can do the part, do the sum and solve the sum properly. Okay, next we'll understand changing percentage to decimal. So this is a question when there is a percentage and we have to convert that percentage to decimal. While converting from percentage to decimal, if the percentage contains fraction, change it to decimal and divide it by 100. This is a rule. Now let us see with an example. 72 is a percentage. We have to convert this percentage to a decimal, right? So what we are going to do, we are just going to divide 72 with 100. As soon you are going to divide 72 with 100, you will be seeing, students, the division, because it has two zeros, then you can already see if you are going to divide that, your answer will be 0.72. That's why 0.72, that means a percentage will be converted to decimal. Students, you have to remember this, like what the question is telling. You have to specifically read question properly. If the question is asking me to convert to the decimal, convert to the fraction, what the question is telling, you have to remember that. Next, students, what it is finding the x% of numbers. That means, students, we have to find the percentage, whatever the value. X means you don't know the value of the number. So while the percentage as a fraction over 100, remember of means x. It is usually better to leave 100 at bottom rather than cancelling it. Means here they are telling not to cancel 100, because it will be better if you will be not cancelling the 100 and divide top and bottom. Let's see with an example. 32% of 67. Here they have already given percent, that is 32% of a number, that is 67. So we are just writing 32 upon 100, 67, and here there is nothing, so we are just considering 1. As we have been already told not to cancel 100, so we are just multiplying 32 into 67 and 100 as it is. So 32 into 67, the answer will be 2144 divided by 100. So easily we can convert this value to the decimal, that is 21.44%. So this is how we can find the x. This value can be 32, 33, 34, whatever value will be per percent of any number, and this is how you can convert it to the decimal. Next, students, to increase or decrease by percentage. Increase, make larger, 35 by 40. So you can see 40% of 35 is 40 divided by 100 multiplied by 35 upon 1. So if you will be actually going to cancel this value, the answer will be 14. So your answer is 14. Just check it out. If you're actually going to cancel, see, just cancel the 0. This 0 is getting cancelled over here. So what will be the answer? 0 0 is cancelled. 4 upon 10. So you can actually just see 4 upon 10. You can further cancel 4, that is 2, and 10 will be 5. So 2 by 5 and into 35. So this is how you can get 14. So you got 14 over here. So the answer is 35 plus 14, that is 49. Why you have taken 35 plus 14, that is 39? Because you have to make the number larger, increase. Okay, now there is a percentage formula. You have to remember that percentage mostly is used for calculating profit and loss. So if you are doing a business and you are telling ki my business is profiting 50% or my business is profiting 100%, whatever, how are you going to calculate the percentage of profit and loss? Profit means gain or increase, so there is a formula for that. Percentage of profit is whatever the profit you are getting upon the original amount you have already invested in that business. If you have invested 100 rupees and you are getting profit of another 100 rupees, that means 200 rupees. So you can say you are profiting and multiplying that value with 100. So you can see if you're getting profit of 200 rupees and originally you have put 100 rupees multiplied by 100, so whatever the answer will be, the gain. And if you have to calculate the loss, similar way, students, whatever the loss you're bearing with the original amount which you have invested in that business, you will be multiplying that with 100 and you will be getting the percentage of loss. I hope, students, you are understanding. This is how we will calculating percentage of profit and loss. We have already seen in this video, we have seen how to convert a percentage to fraction, a fraction to a percentage, a fraction to a decimal percentage, a decimal to a fraction, and many more we have seen. So I hope, students, you will understand this, and I think that's it for the today. So we'll be seeing you in the next time in the fun note. Thank you students for being with us.